Welcome back to our final round of Burlington Idol. Pretty excited to have the final three back tonight with Mackenzie, Carrie, and John. It's been a great run so far, and we're pretty excited that everyone is here and supporting them. So give yourselves a round of applause for coming back and supporting your family and friends. As always, I just want to take a moment to thank the Burlington Marriott Hotel, Chops American Bar and Grill, Sam Adams, Truly, PB&Jay Records with Jay Pizarros being a great sponsor for tonight. We're pretty stoked to have our judges back tonight. Some special guests tonight. Lisa Fantini, who was a finalist last year, is back judging tonight. So thank you very much and welcome. John Shea from WATD down in the South Shore runs a great program called Almost Famous, so John Shea's here. Carlin Tripp is one of our performers and had Album of the Year nomination from New England Music, so thank you very much, Carlin, for coming back. And we're super, super excited to have Ayla Brown tonight. Ayla Brown is a country recording artist. She's a Massachusetts native. She was in season 5 of American Idol, so this is kind of where Jay and I got the idea of doing this. She's also a morning host at 102 The Country from 5:30 to 9 a.m. So listen to her and give her some support. But Ayla Brown's here tonight as a great host. In addition to that, I just want to take a moment to thank Zosimus, who's our PR company, formerly known as 451, out of Boston, who does amazing work for us and has put this all together. So I just want to take a shout out to them. We will be taking a break, and during that break, we have 2 great performers. Lisa's coming back to perform with us, as is Ayla, so you'll have a special treat tonight. Our great MC, Jay Pizarros, PB&Jay Records, couldn't do it without him. He's a rock star, and last Burlington Cable Access Television, who is a great supporter of this property, who comes out to all of our great events, including our charity events and this. I just want to take a moment to shout out to them because they're awesome, and please support your local TV. As a reminder, first place tonight gets $750. They also get a 2-hour video session with Jay at his studio, overnight stay at the Burlington Marriott Hotel, and dinner and breakfast for 2 in the restaurant. Second runner-up gets a $500 prize, a chef's tasting in the restaurant, and then $250 for the third place winner with dinner for 2 as well. But then they also get the chance to participate with Jay's group at performing at all of our properties here in Massachusetts and in New England, and we also have some places in Baltimore that we have one of our performers that plays there, so you get a paid gig after that. So I'm jumping off the stage. I'm going to give it to Jay and the judges and the famous singers, so have a great time, everyone.
All right, thank you guys. All right, so we're going to get Carrie Flaherty up here in a couple seconds. Until then, sit tight and we'll get this show started. Carrie, come on up. We'll get you comfortable. All right, guys, we got Carrie Flaherty back on the Burlington Idol stage. Make her feel welcome. Carrie always does such a good job at rallying the troops for us, and man, no short turnout tonight. Normally the last round can get a little thin, but it's kind of nice. A busy crowd is nice, but a smaller crowd that is a more attentive crowd is always preferred when you're a musician. Carrie, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're going to do and then get us started?
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the Airstream song by Miranda Lambert. She's one of my all-time faves since I was in like 7th grade. So felt like it wouldn't be right if I didn't do a song by her. So hope you like it.
All right, let's hear it, Carrie. Big round of applause.
Sometimes I wish I lived by a pier in a light.
I think they like you. And again, you know, you always do such a good job of picking songs that suit your voice so well, and I've always, as a host up here, enjoyed hearing it. But who cares what I think? Ayla Brown, what do you have to say about Carrie?
Hi, Carrie. First of all, I just want to let everyone know I met Carrie when you were 16. She opened for me at Payson Park in Belmont with a couple songs. So, as a judge, it's really great to actually hear you sing something else besides it was probably like, you know, Taylor Swift back in the day. I love Miranda Lambert. Are you trying to do country? Is that who you want to be and what you want to do?
Yeah, I think country is definitely where I feel
Most at home?
Yeah.
Get it, girl. I love it. I would just say use the microphone more to your advantage. Like, you can get right up close to it and Jay will follow along. Because you're so far back, it makes you seem like you're a little bit scared of it. But the more you get to it, you kind of got to like make love to the microphone and just know that it'll pick up everything you say and feel, and it's about feels. But you have an audience who loves you, and I think you did a great job tonight.
All right, thank you, Ayla. Lisa Fantini, what do you think?
I thought it was really, really great. I thought the low notes at the beginning, you have a really a great tone when you hit those low notes. I love them. But then also I was surprised when you hit the high notes really well too. So you have a very nice range, nice tone. And I love the part where you kind of took a break from singing and you were just playing guitar. You're a very good guitarist as well. So,
Thank you.
and it was a nice, it was different. And maybe it's because you went first, so that's very difficult. Some notes it wasn't always on tune, but for the most part it was. So I really love the performance. Great job.
The critical side of Lisa Fantini, yeah. And now for our resident Simon Cowell, Mr. John Shea, what do you think?
Easy there. I love what control you have over your voice, and just the way you use it to kind of fill in the breaks of your guitar playing. I think it's a perfect kind of a combination of the two instruments going together, your voice and the guitar, and your tone. It's an effortless way you sing, and I think you just kind of make every song your own. So great job.
Thanks.
All right, the kinder side of John Shea. Thank you, John. Mr. Farland Tripp, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to be here on the final night. I hope you are as well. And it can be a little nerve-wracking getting up there for sure. I think you definitely warmed up as the song went on, and by the end of it, it was totally under your control. So great job.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Colin. Let's get a big round of applause for Carrie Washington. Carrie, thank you so much. All right. We've got Mr. John O'Neill coming up next. John, make your way to the Burlington Idol stage. We'll get you set up and ready to go. All right. All right, we got John O'Neill, the sharpest dressed kid in show business, back at the Burlington Idol stage.
What's going on, everybody?
Is this called a bolo?
Yes.
A bolo. I can't believe I just remembered that. I feel like I used to wear something like that in Boy Scouts. But it looks much better on you and much more authentic. I just look like a dweeb. But, all right, John, what are you going to play for us tonight?
So I'm going to be an original. It's a song about just in generally being taken advantage of, and it's called Misery. Hope you like it.
All right, big round of applause. John O'Neill, everyone.
When you ask me to scratch your back, I don't expect you to scratch mine. When you ask me to scratch your back, I don't expect you to scratch mine, yeah. When you don't even think about me, well, it kills me every time. Whisper sweet nothings in my ear, that's all you ever do. Well, let me tell you, baby, you can't have your cake and eat it too. When you ask me to scratch your back, don't expect you to scratch mine, yeah. When you don't even think about me, well, it kills me every time. I don't wanna be run around, I don't wanna be anything. All I wanted was your sweet time, all you wanted was for me to say that you can't change the way I am. It's not the way to be, 'cause you'll be the one without this boy. scratch mine, yeah. When you don't even think about me, well, it kills me every time, yeah. Don't wanna be a runaround, don't wanna be your anything. All I wanted was your sweet time. All you wanted was for me to say, you can't change the way I am. It's not the way it'll be, 'cause you'll be the one without this voice. When you're standing in misery, yeah, standing in misery.
All right. John O'Neill. Man. A couple things I love about John. Man, you got so much swagger for a guy that can't even really grow face hair yet. It's,
I just shaved it all off this morning.
And the second is you're such a savage. If you guys remember last week, you wrote a song about dumping his 5th grade girlfriend. And he was like, yeah, I don't need you anymore, woman. I'm moving on down the road.
Yeah.
And apparently he's not going to scratch your back either. So don't get in John's way. Ayla Brown, what do you think?
Since I'm new, how old are you?
12.
I just turned 24,
Stop it.
but I sound 12.
You don't. No, you don't. Okay, so the guitar playing is fire. The vocals are fire. I guess I would challenge you. You're dressed like you're country / Elvis? Like, what is the
Rockabilly.
genre?
Rockabilly,
Okay.
rockabilly for the most part, yeah.
My suggestion is to watch videos of Chris Jansen, because what he does is he knows how to sing, play, but also entertain. You didn't start tapping your foot until the last chorus. Like, you gave it vocally and guitar playing, but what I want to see is more of like you giving it to us on stage, because that'll bring you like from 24 to when you're maybe 27, you'll be like on it. You know what I mean? But you were incredible. I love the original song. Thank you for that. I love hearing the original song.
All right, Ayla Brown wants you to be on the fast track to adulthood. Pay those bills, John. Pay those bills. Lisa Van Sydney.
Well, I'm blown away. Also, I just turned 24 too. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm taken, sorry.
But
Oh,
I was, okay, well.
You asked,
I was
I
gonna say some nice things, no, I'm kidding. I was really not expecting that from a song called Misery, and I loved how fun it was. I was even laughing at one point because when you, it was very dynamic. I loved how you changed things up a lot. For example, when you were playing guitar more quietly, I started laughing. I just was having so much fun, and I loved the lyrics, and yeah, the guitar playing is incredible. I love the bass notes you had. I love the chord progression, how it would go up, boom, 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 boom. So great songwriting skills, and then one thing that I really love about your voice is that you have that like grit, and you're able to really sing high with your chest voice and add that grit to it. And that's one thing that I wish I had in my voice. So it's beautiful, great job. I'm
Thank
blown
you.
away.
all right, John. You're giving Lisa sheer joy over here. John Shea, what do you think?
Man, killer guitar chops for me. That was awesome. For a place called Chops, it's good to have some chops here.
Yeah.
Great job.
With 2 P's.
Yes, exactly. Excellent vocal too. I thought that was an overall great performance. You're dressed for the part tonight too. Competition aside, as a radio programmer, one thing that I would say is for a song like that with that type of intensity, it can get wearing after a little while, and maybe find ways to cut some of that down a little bit, and maybe find a way to shorten it but still deliver the message you're trying to bring with that too.
Okay.
That's right, John Shea, a sensitive guy with sensitive ears. Carlin Tripp, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, from one songwriter to another, man, I love your message. It's totally relatable without being, too over the top or too driving. You keep a nice plateau there. And, you say as much with your guitar as you do with your voice and your vocals, and I admire that a lot, man. I love the fills, I love the riffs in between the words. Yeah, it was a great song, man. Thank you.
Man.
All right, Carlin, thank you. Another big round of applause for Mr. John O'Neill. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got Mackenzie coming up next. Mackenzie, make your way to the stage. We're going to get her set up and be right back. All right, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about what you're going to be playing today?
Alright, so I decided I was going to do an original of mine, and it's called Most Guys. I think a lot of you ladies can relate out there. The song has a little bit of an interesting key signature, but I really hope you guys enjoy it.
All right, big round of applause for Mackenzie, everyone. Take us away. All right.
Thank you.
And then you say I could do better, there's a million guys, but there's a whole lot that I like you never realize. I look at you from within, you look at me with your eyes. Oh, it's no surprise, you're like most guys. And you wrap me around your finger, then you forget where I came from. You go from calling me pretty, then you don't call me at all. Yeah, you tell me you want me, but then you go missing for days. I don't deserve it that way. You're like most guys, and you're like most guys, and you're like most guys. Are you afraid of me or falling in love? Yeah, these type of things can often take a push and a shove. Yeah, why when you're with me you feel like you need to be above? Oh, it's no surprise, insecure guys. And you wrap me around your finger, then you forget where I came from. You go from calling me pretty, then you don't call me at all. Yeah, you tell me you want me, but then you go missing for days. I don't deserve it that way. You're like most guys, and you're like most guys. You're like most guys. You're like most guys. I deserve someone that respects my nature. I deserve a God that wants me all around. I deserve a guy that's gonna call me in the morning and be by my side when the sun goes down. But you're like most guys. You don't stand a chance, you're like most guys. You're like most guys. And you wrap me around your finger, then you forget where I came from. You used to call me pretty, now you don't call me at all. Yeah, you tell me you want me, but then you go missing for days. I don't deserve it that way. You're like most guys. Oh, you're like most guys. You're like most guys. Don't bring me far, I'm so done with those guys.
All right, big round of applause for Mackenzie Coney, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Man, I've always just loved the vibrato in your voice and how you just move so effortlessly from note to note. I felt like I was listening to like an R&B musical or something, which is, I've been, the whole time, and I was talking to your father about this, is trying to figure out what genre you are, and it's very interesting to the ear. But Illa, what do you think?
Do we know what genre you want to be? Do you know?
Yeah, I think it's a theatrical pop jazz.
Pop jazz.
It's a little bit complicated, but.
And did you write that by yourself?
Yeah.
So good.
Thank you.
So good. I love your songwriting. I don't know what you're doing in the second round, but I loved hearing your lyrics. And girl, you deserve the best. Like, the song was totally an anthem for all women who have been treated wrongly by dudes just for like not calling you back or texting you back. And sometimes guys need to know that that's not okay, right? I loved your low register as well, and just the way that you made eye contact with, like, at one point me, I know the other judges, and even members of the audience. And even though you can't like necessarily get up and shake your butt or whatever on the piano because you're sitting down, like, you made other efforts to really connect with us. So I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ayla. Lisa Fantini, what do you have to say?
I loved how sometimes it was jazzy. Like there was a moment where I was like, oh my god, that was such a like you have it's natural to you. You sing, maybe you were improvising or maybe you always sing it that way, but there was some jazz mix in there that I really loved. And the chord progressions also reminded me of a bit of the style that Stevie Wonder uses to write his songs. So I love that. Yeah, and you have such like your voice really filled the whole room. It's so powerful.
Thank you.
And I really loved when you kind of got quiet and then you, instead of singing with your chest voice, you sung with your head voice and it was very gentle. And I wish you had done more of that and maybe ended with that, kind of like a gentle, sad, kind of resigning, because, you know, like most guys, yeah, because, you know. The other thing is sometimes there was a lot of vibrato, so maybe I would have liked it if it was less, but it was a great song and you sang it beautifully. So
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lisa. John, don't be most guys. What do you have to say?
All right, time for the guys to take the mic here. First of all, I'm a huge fan of unusual time signatures, so I was digging what you were doing with that song. Love the way how you kind of use the piano to accent your voice too. I thought everything kind of all blended together, and I kind of like the combination of jazz and kind of theatrical. So awesome job all around.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, John. Mr. Tripp.
Well, Mackenzie, I mean, I've heard quite a few of your original songs now.
Yeah.
I've been in this seat, you know, more than once with you, and I mean, I think that was probably the best song I've heard from you so far. That was just a really well-written song. I love the bridge. You know, they always say that the bridge is kind of what makes the rest of the song sound great, and that song had a killer bridge to it. I love the little chromatic walk down that you do during the verses, and I think, you know, you've gotten a lot more comfortable as all of this has gone on. You know, I was here 2 weeks ago. You definitely seemed like you were still a little tense, but tonight you seem totally relaxed, and I really admire that. So well done. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Carl. Let's get another big round of applause for Mackenzie up here.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to take a little intermission here with some special performances from Lisa Fantini, from Miss Ayla Brown, and we're going to get back, and we're going to keep the show going. We'll see you in a bit.
Night and day, you are the one. Only you in the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are. I think of you. Night and day, day and night. Why is it so? Life is longing for you, follows wherever I go. In the roaring twilight storm, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Night and day, night and day, under the hide of me, there's an oh such a hungry yearning burning inside me, and it's torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you, day and night, night and day, day and night, night and day.
Thank you. Thanks, Jay. Thank you for clapping. Hi, Jay. My name is Ayla Brown. It's been an honor to judge. I remember what it's like being up on this stage
When I was 12 years old, I competed in a talent competition, and I sang Shania Twain's "You're Still the One." And I was so nervous that I sang the same verse 2 times in a row. It was so bad. I didn't even qualify for the next round. But you know what it taught me? It taught me how to be on stage and conquer my fears, and I'm still even scared now that I know you guys aren't judging me, but I feel judged, right? But when I was 17 years old, I tried out for American Idol. And I stood in line at the Jordan's Furniture audition. And I didn't even make the top 10, you guys. So I didn't even want to try out for the real show, like when the real judges came to Boston. And I only say this because there are 3 acts on stage who are incredible. And they're so different. And I just want to let you all know who's performing tonight that it doesn't really matter what we think. You're all so different, and you never know what could happen and what doors could open up in the future. Because I stood in line for 18 hours in the pouring rain back in 2006 when I tried out for American Idol. And I placed 13th that year, you guys, after not even making it top 10 at Jordan's Furniture. So, I hope that that's motivation for you. I'm gonna do a song that I wrote about a guy who actually told me that he was in love with someone else, when I kind of thought he was in love with me. Isn't that so sad? It's so sad. And I ended up going into this writing appointment in Nashville, and I was kind of spilling my guts out about this guy who told me he was in love with some other girl. And the guy that I was spilling my guts out to happens to be my boyfriend, Rob Bellamy, now. Rob lost his pick. He's a professional. So this is about that other guy that we don't even talk about anymore, but this is called You Gotta Choose. Just when I thought you would take off soaring, out of the blue you hit me with news, no warning. The first that I heard of how you loved her, it tore me up. Your feelings came back and I don't get that, and not enough. You gotta choose one of us, 'cause I'm feeling pretty used, and I'm on the verge of being who you lose. Don't do this, I need your kiss. I'm the best for you, but you gotta choose. I've given up a heart full of love for you. I put in my time, you told me that I was yours too. I'll give you space, but only today and after. You'll have to decide who's wrong and who's right for you. But you gotta choose one of us, 'cause I'm feeling pretty used, and I'm on the verge of being who you lose. Don't do this, I need your kiss. I'm the best for you.
get the show rolling again. Please make Mackenzie Clement feel welcome once again on the Burlington Idol stage. Killing it for us all month long, Mackenzie. Why don't you tell us all a little bit about what you're going to be doing this time around the block?
Alright, so for my last song, I'm going to be doing my version of a theatrical piece I chose for America's Got Talent Audition New York this weekend. And they really seem to like it, so I hope you guys do too.
All right, thanks, Mackenzie. Take us away. All right.
Thank you so much.
Mackenzie, why did you choose such an easy song? That's a joke. I think that was the perfect song for you. Just from my own opinion. And Freddie Mercury, we were talking about musicals before, and I've always thought with Queen, at least, you listen to it, it's like a real, it's not like the Who rock opera or Meatloaf, it's a real rock opera, and it is kind of a show tune in its own right, and you just brought justice to that, so thank you. Miss Ayla, what do you think?
Don't you wish you had a vote right now?
I feel awful left out all of a sudden.
I know. I love your piano playing. It's so good, and I think it adds so much. Do you play any other instruments? No. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I felt like the first verse was a warm-up to your second verse. By the time you got to the second verse, I felt like you were singing it as your own story. And then I guess my only critique is when you said to people, sing along. Like, come on guys, sing along. Make it a part where we can either have something to sing along to, because you did a lot of riffs and I was like, oh, I want to sing along, but it wasn't a part that I knew. So take the microphone and either like break it down and let us enjoy that moment with you, because it makes it so much more impactful, and then you can build up from there and then go back into the chorus. So I guess that would be my only advice for it.
That's right. I think Ayla's feeling a little left out there. She just wants to sing and play with all her new friends. So, thank you, Ayla. Lisa, what do you think?
I'm so impressed by how well you can play the piano and sing and perform all at the same time.
Thank you.
Like you were looking down there and then looking at the crowd with an expressive face. So it was really, really impressive how you could do all those things at once.
Thank you.
And at some points, I liked how you kind of got quieter with the piano. And I wish maybe that you had done that with your voice too at some points. But I loved it, and it was a great performance.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. John, thoughts?
I liked how you kind of made that song your own. I mean, that's one of those songs that, as Jay sings, I said, it's not an easy song to sing, and it's also a very well-known song by a very, massive artist. I've heard that song probably tens of thousands of times in my life, and I thought I knew the song like the back of my hand. And there's some parts where I knew, when Freddie goes one direction, you almost did the opposite. And I'm like, oh, you can do that too, and it worked. So I thought you made it your own.
Thank
Nice
you
job.
so much. Thank you.
John, I thought the same thing. I didn't realize a couple of the modulations in there, and I was like, was that your design or is that the actual song? Because I thought I knew the song pretty well.
No, I kind of made my own version of it.
Oh, interesting. I'm sure Freddie would be digging it. Carlin, let's discuss.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, tonight, I think you're just performing on like a whole different level than I've seen you before. You seem so much calmer and so much more confident. And I like that you took a breath before you started. That's like, a lot of people forget to do that, and sometimes it is good to just, center yourself and ground yourself before you undertake a mountain climb, like Somebody to Love by Queen. And your voice is so big, and you've got the chops to sing stuff like that. And I do agree with these guys a little bit. I don't think you've quite found like the tender side of your voice. I think that you've really done a great job of harnessing the big sound on your voice. But man, it's like I said tonight. You're sort of on a whole different level, and I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Carlin. Big round of applause for Mackenzie Clement.
Thank you.
All right, we got John O'Neill coming back up. We're going to take a couple minutes and get the show going. All right, we are back with our resident shredder, Mr. John O'Neill. John, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're going to do, and I'll do my best to get you up and running here.
All right, so, because it's the final round, I kind of want to end on a high note, so I'm doing a classic tune by Aerosmith called Dream On.
All right, here we go.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by like dust at dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got their dues in life to pay. Well, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know it's everybody's sin. You got to lose to know how to win. Half my life's in books, written pages, lived and learned from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the feelings come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tears. Sing with me, if it's just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away.
All right, John, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God. Jesus, where the hell did you come from, man? I'm like,
Oklahoma.
After he plays, I'm like so energized, but I also feel like I need a nap like instantly too. Oh my God, man. I'm a young guy, but Jesus. Wow. I have a man crush on you, buddy. All right, Ayla, save me.
I don't know if I can. I feel like you're doing a good job here. So John, you're the only one that I did not write notes about because I just felt like I was engaged the entire time, like from start to finish. It was a moment that just kept on giving me different moments. I don't think it was, in my opinion, rockabilly, which is what I know you want to do, but who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? That's what I'm gonna say. Like, it was Aerosmith. We love Aerosmith here in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are you from Oklahoma? I heard you say something about
I'm
Oklahoma.
actually a military kid, but
So you-
currently Oklahoma.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you did us proud with Aerosmith and Steven Tyler. We love that here. And I just thought that the guitar playing was incredible. Your stage presence, you definitely came alive. Like, you stepped away from the microphone, and I know that that was the criticism I gave you in the first time, is like, oh, you finally tapped your foot. Like, you moved across from the microphone and gave it to us, and I love that. So thank you. I would love to see that with your original songs, though. If we had more time, like, I want to come to one of your shows and see what you do next.
I just love that exchange so much. John's like shredding, and it was like, you know, you can really tap your foot a little bit more up there. Lisa, what do you think, man? That was a pretty wild performance.
You are a rock star. I loved it. I wish I could hear you play another song. I don't know if you noticed, but like my jaw dropped like at certain points of it. It was very, very entertaining, and you sing so effortlessly and hit such high notes so purely. The tone is still so pure and really in tune, and you just make it seem so effortless. And I was going to say, okay, maybe the stage presence still wasn't as good as it could be, but then by the end of it, you really got into it and let go, and it was incredible. You were a rock star up there. Great, great job.
All right, once again, giving Lisa Fantini pure joy. Mr. John, what do you think?
Awesome, man. I mean, you are, as Lisa said, you are definitely a rock star. I mean, that was amazing. Only slight piece of criticism I would say is maybe take a cue from Mackenzie. I mean, that was kind of a note-for-note copy of the original version. And kind of maybe, you know, to experiment more, make it your own.
Yeah.
Just kind of, you know, make it more original.
Wow, all right, thank you, John. I know Joe Perry and Steven Tyler were proud, so yeah. Mr. Tripp.
Yeah, I mean, man, you know, I turned around and you were getting a standing ovation from some folks behind me, you know, which is just amazing. It's one of the best things an artist can hope for on stage. You know, I'm like duly impressed by how you orchestrate these backing tracks, man. I was sitting there and I was thinking, you know, when this guy, I mean, I don't know if you have a band who can back you up
I
on
do.
this. That's awesome, because to see that live would be, you know, truly a pleasure. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, someone needs to scoop my face off the table because you're just melting it night after night. So, well done, my friend. All right. All the best, man. It's a good show.
You melted Carlin's face. Big round of applause for young John O'Neill up here. Thank you, John. All right. We are going to round things out with Miss Carrie Flaherty. Carrie Flaherty, make your way to the Burlington Idol stage. All right, guys, you know her, you love her, Miss Carrie Flaherty. Make her feel welcome once again at the Burlington Idol stage. Selling all the tickets to the show. So, Carrie, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing?
Yeah, so I'm going to be singing a little mashup in a way tonight. So when Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey first came out, my dad, who's kind of a self-proclaimed, but rightfully so, musical genius, realized that it sounds exactly like Etta James' I'd Rather Go Blind. So we're going to do a little mashup, like I said, of the two, so let's see how it goes.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
Used to spend my nights out in the barroom. Liquor was the only love I know.
All right, listen to that. Tame that man with the loud whistle, Jesus. Carrie, you know, I gotta say, I wish this contest went on for another few weeks, because every time you get up there, you're just more and more comfortable, and you have such a wonderfully unassuming nature about you, and I think that reads really well, because at least for my personal taste, I like going to see artists and performers that look natural, that look real, that look like they're doing their thing, and they're not trying to be anyone but themselves, and that's you, and I appreciate that, so thank you. But who cares what I think? Miss Ayla Brown.
I totally second what Jay is saying. I miss you with the guitar though. I really wish that you had done a second track, or without the track, the second song with a guitar, because it makes you feel the realness that I think Jay is talking about. But that being said, I had no idea that those two songs could be mashed, and I love mashups, so I think that that's really fantastic. I do think the track took over a little bit. That's my only criticism. Like I said, I wish
That's
you
my
would...
fault. Apologies.
Oh, come on, sound guy.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a lot of things up here.
No, it wasn't Jay's fault though. I just think the instrument would have brought you to the vulnerability, because you could have done the same two exact songs, but with a guitar, and we could have just felt your voice instead of all the like background vocals and stuff that was going on. But your second chorus of when you sang, "You're as warm," like the warm as a glass of whiskey, that was so good. Like I felt it and I kind of like jumped up out of my seat. So I thought that was really great too. So.
Thank you.
All right, Sage Wisdom from Ayla Brown. Lisa Fantini, what do you think?
I love how you started. You were very relaxed, laid back. The first few lines you sang, there was one part that reminded me of Amy Winehouse, and she's my favorite singer ever. Just something about the way you sang. And yeah, I just loved how you were just so, you seemed so comfortable. And then from nowhere, there's this huge voice that comes out, and it was so beautiful. It had the power and strength when that was needed, but also the laid back, calm kind of voice that kind of took a step back every now and then. So I really, really loved this performance.
Thank you.
I thought it was amazing.
All right, thank you, Lisa. John Shea.
I agree. I just love the entire tone of your voice. Just no matter what you're singing, you make it your own, you make it original, and you deliver it every single time. You know, since I saw you from the first night here. Only thing that I would say, I think Ayla mentioned this in the first song, is to use the mic to your advantage. Like when you want a warmer sound, get nice and close and really get that you know, deep sexiness to your voice. And you know, for the more country, you know, maybe for the Etta James part, get nice and close. For the Tennessee whiskey part, maybe back off a little bit. So it kind of has a contrast between the two. But I thought it was great.
All right, thank you, John. Donna.
So we come to the end. Congratulations, everybody. I think we should give a round of applause for everybody that's did it. John, Mackenzie, okay, this is amazing, you guys. I love hearing you sing Motown. I think out of everything that I've heard you do over the last 3 Mondays, the Motown stuff just really seems to be where your pocket is. And that was another great performance. I mean, I'm just sort of, you know, dumbfounded at how on point you are and where that soul comes from. You've got that deep soul performance. It's awesome, and I wish you all the best. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Colin. All right, guys, so here we are at the end of Burlington Idol. We still have some voting slips. If you got voting slips, drop them in the thing. All right. Now, I want to say all these performers, and as cliche as it sounds, it does take a lot of courage to get up here and not only perform and do what you do, but to openly accept being judged, because who likes to be judged nowadays? And that's what these guys are doing. Make sure to pass in your voting slips. We're going to tally everything up and be back in a few minutes to announce the $750 grand prize winner. All right, Bruno Marini on the stage with the final tallies. Can we get a drum roll on the tables or something?
Again, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone for coming out for the past month and supporting everyone that's been participating tonight and singing all month long. They're absolutely amazing. So really take a moment to thank yourselves and the people that came with you and the 3 singers tonight, please. You know, on behalf of the Burlington Marriott Hotel, Chops American Bar and Grill, and Pyramid Hotel Group, who I work for, our sponsors, Truly and Sam Adams, PB&Jay Records and Jay Pissarros. Things like this can't get done. So I need to take a moment to obviously acknowledge them and thank them for the support ongoing for projects like this that we put on. We have live music here Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursday nights. We have a DJ on Friday and Saturday. Music's super important to our company, and people like Jay Pissarros help me put it together because I'm not musically inclined at all. But I could run a restaurant. So I just want to take a moment to shout out to them and thank everyone for coming out again. So,
Thanks for that.
you bet. The group at Zosmas 451 Agency, thank you very much for putting a PR campaign together for this. Carlin Tripp, thanks so much for your support. John Shea, amazing. Welcome back to Miss Fantini. Ayla Brown, thanks so much for making a guest appearance tonight. It really meant a lot for you to come out. We're in Burlington and we get support like this. It's pretty awesome. So I just want to take a moment to thank everybody on that. So without further ado, I'm going to go down to number 3. So 2 and 3 were actually a tie on the judges' vote. And we had audience participation, which broke that tie. So in 3rd place, we have Mackenzie Clement. Mackenzie gets a $250 prize, cash prize. She also gets, Jay will sign her up to play and perform at some of our locations here in Massachusetts. And if you want to travel, you can travel. We have places in New York. Also dinner for 4 in the restaurant and a couple of other prizes I'll throw in at the end. But congratulations, you're amazing. Okay? I'm going to get out of the way. You bet. In 2nd place, Kerry, come on up. Kerry gets $500, a chef's tasting for 6 with wine. Bring your family in. Congratulations. Needless to say, John O'Neill come up, 1st place, $750, 2-hour recording studio with Jay Pissarros, an overnight stay here at the hotel. Congratulations, John.
Alright guys, one big last round of applause for everyone. Thank you so much for participating. You guys were a wonderful audience. Thank you to all of our Burlington Idol contestants. We will see you next year.